For the wood tree challenge, I'm starting with an actual tree that just died and came out of my flower bed. So instead of tossing it, I'm going to cut that trunk out of it, and we are going to make something fun. My little tree, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But the rest of the tree, I grabbed my bandsaw, and I made some extremely cool oval biscuits, and a few round biscuits, and a few left over, and a few pieces that will be fairly close to pen blank size. But because this was a living, growing tree a year ago, I think it still has a bit of moisture, so we're going to put it in the easy bake oven for, I don't know, about a half an hour while I work on something else. Okay, so what I'm actually doing is I have a little toaster oven that I incorrectly nicknamed the Easy Bake Oven because it's funny to have in the shop a little toaster oven that is only for wood. And I cook bits on it when I stabilize them. Like here's a bunch of bits, literally, that just got stabilized with purple dyed cactus juice. I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to head for the stabilizer. Okay, we've had the wood in the oven for about an hour. You can see there's a little bit of, I don't know, moisture on the front of the oven. Might be from before. This wood was fairly dry. Not too worried about it cracking or warping. And so cook some of the moisture out of it. I'm going to stabilize it. That is really cool. Look at that baby foam. We are vacuuming, we are cactus juicing that stuff like crazy. There's a bolt to hold it down and a couple of pieces of plastic that probably won't get impregnated by the cactus juice. But yeah, it's vacuuming like crazy. We're up to almost 20 inches of vacuum. So the airs are coming on out. I like my new vacuum chamber pot. So my stuff has now been through 2 vacuum cycles and it's just kind of sitting. And this is a 3 pen blank tray, and I need to make some more. So here's another piece of melamine and some plastic. I think I'm going to make one square. So this is 5 1/4, so it'll be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now I am using practical materials to calculate volume and weight. And I could do it mathematically, but I'm out in the shop and lazy. So this is going to give me 2 servings for chili. I'm actually kidding. Ugh. See how you do stuff. This is going to give me a good idea, a close idea of the volume inside these. I could use rice, but I didn't have enough rice. But I got about that many beans. A few on the floor. Maybe the cat will come back and eat those. You never know. Okay, now that's the approximate volume. Now we see how much volume we need in here. And because I'm going to be mixing this stuff liquid by weight, I'm going to go in and fill this with water, and that will give me the number of grams of material I need to mix. And then we will just assume that the weight of the water is equivalent to the weight of this chemical called Alumilite we're going to be using. Okay, this is my reserve. Got 2 more blanks that don't necessarily need vacuumed or whatever. So, my cup. Turn on my... That's at 30. So I want to go to 330. Let's just go 300 of side A. Alright, I hit 300. That means I've got 270 in there. Now I'm going to make a purple, but I'm going to try not to go as hard as I did last time. So I'm going to put 1 drop of red in to see how it looks. I have this mixed up pretty purple. Got quite a bit of air in it. And it's side A, and this is side B. So right before I mix them, I'm going to put them in the vacuum and degas them. Both. It says degas before mixing. Okay, I have A colored up, ready to add B, and I'm just degassed both of them. I'm going to try and put this in without too much air. Last time I aired it up too much. The timer started. I'm 1 minute 22 seconds into the initialness. I'm wondering if I should put this in the vacuum for just a second. Okay, I've got 3 molds. I have degassed this. It's not really warmed up yet or even started to thicken up. I was hoping this stuff wouldn't float. It's starting to float. So now I've just put them in my pressure pot, which I took all my hints from Zach at NV Woodworks, and set this pressure pot up exactly like him. It's got a 60 psi blow-off valve that I tested. I've got this gauge set. It's right in there at 50 now. And this thing actually just kind of scares the heck out of me. I should have bought a good one. Now we are back. We are actually a couple of days since we made this, and I learned a lot of lessons. I don't think I mixed it well enough. And I think this is what was on the bottom, and it's a lot of the part B, which doesn't really want to set up. I think this was mixed pretty darn well. And this one was a little gooey, but it's finally curing and coming around. But I also thought I'd put it in my little easy bake oven and warm it up a little bit to help it cure. But because it's not mixed that well, it doesn't really want to cure. But I think I'm going to take this out. See what the bottom of it looks like. See that this came off, and I'm thinking I could just probably get this to just pop out. That's what I was thinking, but we'll take off this bag. Might be a bit sticky. It is a bit sticky. Darn, I'm just not as pleased with this as I could have been. There we go. Well, we got it to come off. And it's actually, it's setting up. Sure funky. So, to follow up, this is going to have to cure for another week. So I'm out of time on making something out of this. But in the true spirit of this challenge, this is a piece of the same tree, and it's got kind of a gnarl on it right here, and I did stabilize it. So I'm going to drill it and make a pen out of it. So we'll make a pen out of a tree. Okay, I've got it turned down, and I've got a super glue finish on it, a CA finish, cyanoacrylate, and I've just finished polishing it. So I kind of my camera turned off. I skipped some of the middle steps, but I've made lots of pen videos. So if you want to really know how to make a pen, go ahead and click on some of my other videos. Beyond that, got a streak here, streak through here, that knot that we talked about, and then a little bit of the bark. Cambium wood layer. That just really turned out neat looking. Isn't that cool? I like it. Not much blue though. The dye didn't stick to the grain. Okay. There you can see that. I'm going to assemble this pen. It's a Wall Street 2 chrome pen. And we assemble it. Let's see. Yes, we put our tip on there like that. And our transmission in there like that. You slide it together. And that is what holds the mechanism together. And then for the clicker end, or the other end, I will just need to go put this in, line it up like I like, and press that together. Almost press them together without my clamp. Or maybe I'll just use this clamp, it's right here. Press that together like that, and just then the pen itself just snaps together, and we have a Wall Street 2 chrome pen, stabilized plum tree from my yard. So that was totally awesome.